talking. It's fine.
Sounds good. Thanks, Andrew. I'll be right back.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming to my talk. We're having a little technical difficulties, so I'll probably just start by talking about myself and then kind of go into the slides, and we can catch up when Natalie returns. But first, hi, my name's Andrew Gordon, and thanks for attending the talk here. I'm a part of the digital acceptance team here at Discover Global Networks. And my focus is the nexus between like open source technologies, Drupal, e-commerce, and payments. My team's primary goal is to work with technology partners to drive universal payment acceptance and create frictionless shopping experiences for customers and consumers of Drupal and the market, right? Personally, for years, I've been on like that side of the DrupalCon podium, in this case, virtual podium. So I'm pretty excited to be over here giving my first little 5-minute, 10-minute talk here about universal acceptance in Drupal. So if I had slides, you would see the next slide here. But the next slide is just sort of an overview of who Discover Global Network is. I think it's important to note that Discover Global Network is more than just a Discover card. We have over 70 million cardholders around the world and work with over 50 million global merchants. So it's a pretty massive footprint with a fairly worldwide reach. And we have this sort of worldwide reach because we partner with over 20 different worldwide card brands, including like the big players in China, UnionPay, JCB in Japan, and Diners Club International. We actually own that card brand. This allows Discover cardholders to use their cards internationally when traveling, but also more importantly, allows those international travelers from China or Japan or the UK or the Middle East the ability to use their specific cards in the United States online and via our networks in stores. So being able to enable consumers with the ability to use their credit card of choice wherever is extremely important to us at Discover, particularly online via e-commerce solutions. Yes, Natalie is back.
We should be good to go. Just give me a heads up when you want me to change the slide.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Actually, can we go to slide 4? I just started talking now.
Sure.
So that one right there. Perfect.
All right.
So over the last year, it's been no secret that the COVID pandemic has led to an increase of online shopping. As we see here on this slide, we have seen some 82% of consumers have shifted to at least some of the shopping to online and e-commerce. With this paradigm shift, we must ask ourselves, are we as technologists, are we ensuring consumers are able to pay with whatever method they want, whatever card they have? In the Discover frame, are we allowing them to use their card from China and Japan when ordering online? Are we providing them with options to pay with their given choice of credit card or debit card, any sort of wallet functionality that they're using, or any other options of choice? Are we limiting them, or are we limiting them via the technology we're creating to a very traditional sort of 2 or 3 card method of payment? Can you go to the next slide? Cool. Because of COVID-19, we're in the middle of like a disruptive change in e-commerce payments. When previously a merchant would probably only need to accept like Visa and MasterCard in order to be, relatively functional on an e-commerce site. Now there are tons of new customers domestically and internationally, millennials versus Gen Xers, whatever, who are demanding more options for payments, right? Outside of credit card choices, they're requesting to pay via mobile wallets like Apple Pay, one-click style payments, so, online secure SRC solutions, pay-as-you-go solutions with like something like Affirm, or hands-free payments in store, and the ability to use their international credit cards. And perhaps even in the future, something like Bitcoin or Ethereum is going to be a new way to pay online for items. So the key now is to really provide a stable open payment methodology or philosophy that is flexible, secure, and card agnostic to provide these consumers with a frictionless experience. And this is what we're calling at Discover universal payment acceptance. Next slide, please. I think this slide here, put together by my wonderful marketing team, contains a great definition of universal acceptance. but I'll spare you from reading it. But in general, universal payment acceptance requires us as technologists and developers and engineers to enable all types and form factors of payments, with the goal that all methods of payments backed by either legacy or new forms of technology can be used by anyone, anywhere in order to process a payment, right? Again, this can run the gamut from traditional credit cards to wallets like Apple Pay, to using applications like Venmo, QR payments, and even Bitcoin, not only online via e-commerce solutions, but also in stores. Because friction is failure in commerce, consumers will often abandon a transaction if their desired form of payment is not accepted. By designing the platforms we're building in Drupal to be primed for universal acceptance, we're really reducing the risk of shopping carts, abandonment, and driving increased sales. Consumers who should be able to pay with whatever method they want, and they should be able to do it quickly and efficiently. This naturally will increase customer loyalty. Once consumers find that their desired form of payment is accepted, they're more likely to provide the information needed for card on file transactions. This is obvious with stuff like Amazon, where you can just easily click a couple of buttons and you're out the door. So once a merchant is able to accept a particular payment and a consumer knows that, we've found that we're able to increase transactions that way. This all leads to long-term success for e-commerce merchants and the Drupal project itself, right? If more people are finding success e-commerce-wise inside of Drupal, they're more likely to continue using Drupal in the future. Let's go into the second to last slide here. Cool, thank you. So where does this look? What does this look like in practice? How can Discover and Drupal team up? Like, where does the crossover exist, right? My team in particular at Discover, we really want to work with teams in the open source community. Collaboration is key for us as much as it is for your teams and while developing these projects. We love partnering with development teams and organizations to drive better e-commerce experience for Drupal users, whether it's a brick and mortar merchant, an EDU wanting to process payments, or nonprofit handling donations through their website. We're already working with the team at Acro Media on auditing and remediating payment modules in Drupal 7 and 8. Plus, we're working on some key initiatives with them this year that will really improve the payment ecosystem across Drupal. But the question begs, like, are there projects you guys are working on that brings to bring to market that deals with payments processing? Or is there a merchant that needs help navigating these ecosystems that you're working with? Or even are you aware of a few payment acceptance gaps that are within your current client base? Like what we're trying to do is team up with your guys' teams to really drive and provide a best-in-class solution for your end clients and consumers. Because in the end, we both win, right? Discover gets exposure to driving more card acceptance, and you guys get a better product as well. So I think there's really good synergies between what Discover is trying to achieve here in the e-commerce Drupal space and what the overarching goals of something inside of Drupal is. So that is my overall speech. I think the last slide here, Natalie, is just a thank you slide. So again, thanks for your time and for being a gentle audience and for some of the technical difficulties we've had in the first couple of minutes here. But if you're interested in talking more, very much like a stand-up comedian, I'll be here at the booth all week. But I think I have a couple of minutes for questions before we all hang out. If you have anything, feel free to type it in the box. All right, doesn't seem like there's too many questions coming in. So again, guys, thanks for your time. It's a fast and furious little overview. And if you guys are interested, please, feel free to pester me at the booth. If no one shows up, I will be doing an epic reading of Milton's Paradise Lost to myself over the course of the next 3 or 4 days. So swing by or listen to me read Paradise Lost. Cool. Natalie, do I need to do anything to like turn it off?
No, you're good to go. I can go ahead and kind of boot you out, and you're good to go.
Perfect. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
guys.
much, Andrew.
Yep. Thank you.